other students said, no, it's a great idea because we have a lot of people rich here who Porsche, Ferrari, working here, and I here with the bus, and a lot of people here coming from the bus. So we can choose one color. Oh, white shirt. Okay, let's go. Everyone use white shirt. Then start with his students, came a lot of students to the wave. So they create a movement, and going to the end of the movie, he put all of them in an auditorium, and he said, I want to ask you, exist dictatorial regimes right now? No, doesn't. Oh, really? What you did all this time? Tell me, you fight with your friends, you exclude from your lives all the people doesn't agree what you think, you use the same color, the same shirt, all of you, and you all hire me when I get into this classroom. This is not a dictatorial. It's not. So it's we are so manipulated easily. That's what we're going to discuss tonight. I want to bring this movie because this movie have a really good catch on us. Happened a lot of things, but I believe that discussion help us a lot to change our vision. The social dilemma of redes sociais, it's amazing in the Netflix. I believe a lot of people watching, and I bring this different to we help each other to discuss that. So I'm going to start introducing myself. I'm Rodrigo from Porto Alegre, Rio Grande do Sul. I have 32 years old. I work in a startup called 99, training people. So tonight, I'm here will be your host, helping all of you. Trinity start 4 years ago. Our object here is a conversation. This is not a class. No one's going to correct you. We are here for conversation, help each other, and create a safe place to all of you can talk and making friends and experience. And we have a lot of opportunities with Spanish, Italian, marketing, yoga, and meditation. So you can make your schedule and we're going to help you with all you need. Before I send you to rooms, remember, we all rooms need a leader. It's a really simple job. The leader need read the questions and make everyone talk about this subject we are discussing right now. So it's two things very important: making people talk and having fun. That's the most important part. We are here together to help each other and having fun. So the questions are in the chat. Can you just confirm if you received it? Oh, that's great. Okay, now I'm going to split you in rooms. Okay. Delete one. Okay. Okay, I just send you an invitation. So we just accept it and having fun, and let's talking each other about the subject. Thank you guys. Okay, we can start introducing ourselves. So someone want to start? Inês, Yuri, Arthur, someone? Please don't be shy. Someone want to start?
Hi
I can
guys,
start.
can you hear me?
Yes, I'm
Go
here.
on, please.
Okay, so my name is Thais. I live in São Paulo, São Bernardo do Campo. I am 22 and I study international relations in Universidade Federal do ABC.
That's great. Thank you. What about you, Jonatas? Please introduce yourself. Go on.
Hi, my name is Jonatas. I am 31 years old. I am living in Caxias do Sul, Rio Grande do Sul, and I am teacher in two public schools.
Sorry, I was muted. Thank you, Jonatas. What about you, Gustavo? Please introduce yourself. We have
Hello,
two
guys.
Gustavos. Go.
Oh, I realized just now. But hello, guys. My name is Gustavo. I am 28 years old. I am from São Paulo, Cajamar, and I love technology and languages.
That's great. What about the other Gustavo? Go on. Don't be shy. Go on.
Hello everyone, my name is Gustavo. I am from Goiânia. I am 20 years old and I am civil engineer student.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you, Gustavo. What about you, Inês? Please introduce yourself. Go on.
Hello, guys. Good evening. I'm Inês. I'm 33 years old. And I'm here on TNT to improve my speaking, to learn with you. That's it.
Oh, that's great. It's awesome. Thank you, Inês. So we can start with the first question. Do you think you
Hi, my name
consider...
is Arthur. I
Oh,
am
sorry. Oh,
26
sorry.
years old.
I'm sorry, Arthur. Please go on. I forget you.
I'm from Florianópolis and I work with politics.
That's awesome. Thank you. Thank you, Arthur. Okay, we can start about the first question. Do you consider yourselves to be influenceable? So I consider me part of it because of social media, TV, and a lot of ways we receive info and they change our way of see things. So I consider myself kind of because of social media most. So depends of course situations and everything, but in part for social media in the most. What about you guys? Go on, don't be shy. You can be the first, Arthur. Please go on.
Well, I don't consider myself influential because how can I say I am at the system. I belong to the system. I I work with politics. I belong to a political party and I am a political science. So I know the things.
That's great. Thank you, Arthur. What about you, Jonatas? Please go on, don't be shy. Go on.
I sometimes is important be influential in my work because I teach children and teenagers, and it's very important have good influence to the students sometimes.
Awesome. Thank you, Jonatas. What about you, Thais? What do you think about that? Go on.
In my opinion, I think that everybody is exposed to be influenced because we live in society. Yes, I think that is the first step to be influenced because if you have someone that you are next, yes, if you have a relation with this person, any relation, I think, friendship, relationship, or relatives, yes, I think that influence us in some, I don't know how to say grau, but in some intensity, yes.
Oh, sorry, I was muted. Yes, I agree. That's great. Thank you for sharing with us. Inês, please go on, don't be shy. What do you think about that?
I think sometimes I can consider, you know, in my job, for example, but not all the time. Yeah, because I think when I'm working, I know some things, some laws because I work with taxes. So sometimes I can be influenced, sorry, because I know I have some knowledge, but I think only in my job. I don't know. I think it is.
That's great. Thank you for sharing. What about you, Gustavo Barska? Please, don't be shy.
Yeah, I think everybody somehow is influential, because even without the social medias, there are like some studies the people do when people like are in a lift or elevator, there is like a great possibility that if everybody is looking to the front, in the elevator, if you are the only person looking to the opposite side, you are going to change your way, so it happens all the time and we don't even realize things that influence us and things that we are influencing others, so it happens all the time.
I totally agree with you. Sometimes social media and people of our lives influence us a lot, and we influence them too a lot to everything, politics, life, friendship, and a lot of stuff. So I totally agree with you, and thank you for sharing. And Gustavo, the other Gustavo, please don't be shy. Go
Yeah,
on.
yeah. I'm not famous, but I consider myself to influence people between my friends in my family because everybody is get inspiration from someone else. So your cousin are you like follow you something that you are good like in some sport. So your cousin will ask you, oh, how can you do this? Oh, that's amazing. Can you teach me? So they are follow you in some areas in your life. So I guess everybody there's someone who else follow you in some way. So you have to take care of what you do because everybody is follow someone else.
That's awesome, amazing. I totally agree with you. At some point, we are going to there's someone who's going to influence someone. So we
Yeah.
have to be careful with what we say, what we do, because we have a lot of influence about others. So I totally agree with you, Gustavo. That's a great thing you bring to us. Thank you. Okay, I believe I do not forget everyone answer, right? I don't want to forget anyone. Oh, great. Okay, to the second question, it's what is necessary for something like this happen today? So, like the movie, can happen in these days here in Brazil, for example, I believe can happen. Like that teacher in Germany said, oh, no one can create a regime and then everyone use the same clothes. No one can think exactly the same thing. So I believe we are very influential. So I believe can happen in these days, can happen today if something like that happen. So I believe can be real. It's a real movie. Ham did a different thing, autocracy. They were studying, and the movie is from 2008, and he changed a lot the vision of these students doing that experience changed everything to those people. So I believe can happen in these days, but I want to hear from you. I don't want a monologue here, guys. Please don't be shy and talk. Go on.
Well, regarding Brazil, for me, it's very hard. It happens because we have a solid democracy. And yes, we have a few groups, a few social movements, crazy. But I think we have a strong democracy, and today, actually, this isn't possible, in my opinion.
Oh, that's great. Thank you for sharing, Arthur. What about you, Thais? What do you think about that? Go on, please. Don't be shy. Go on.
Yes, I agree. I think that we here in Brazil we have a polarized, I don't know if this word exists, mas é bem polarizado, né? Like USA, for example. So it's a little hard to happen. But I didn't get the point in the trailer, yes, in the movie. My question is, the people in the school was obligated to follow this guy, this professor, this teacher, or they just was questioned and live it and experience. Can you answer me this?
Yes, of course. In the movie, the teacher only bring only suggestions, and all the suggestions are accept. Like, hire me, rise and hire me when I get in. Ele é saudado. Hire me when I get into the school. So they do it. Oh, a name, the wave, a clothes, a white shirt, social white shirt. Oh, everyone use it, and he never obligates. He always come with suggestions, small suggestions, and he change everything all the way those students think about the way of dress, of thinking, of being. So was a little pieces, gotinhas, I don't know the word, but a little pieces they bring, and they all choose to do that. No
Yes, step by
one,
step.
yeah.
Okay. Yes, my question is because in my mind, yes, in my opinion, I can't imagine this happening like this in the movie. Yes, we have cases in history, for example, in Germany. Yes, for example, when Hitler become a dictator, yes, it was an how can I say, scenario, yes, with war, with they need a person, they need, entre aspas, of course, a person who have this strong voice, yes, and they want this. In the school situation, like the movie shows us, I don't know if can happen in reality.
Yeah, that's good. Thank you for sharing with us. It's amazing. Like I said, your opinion, it's everything for we debate. So bring all your opinions, will be amazing. Hear all of you guys. Thank you for sharing, Thais. What do you think about that, Miss? Please, don't be shy. Go on.
She answered in the chat that she's out for 1 minute.
Oh, sorry. Oh, I was muted. Sorry. So, Jonatas, please go on. What do you think about that?
Yes, I think we are in a democracy, and I don't agree in it is possible to happen nowadays. But we have other problems in our democracy. Uh, for example, fake news is a big problem nowadays.
Sorry, I was muted. Oh, thank you for sharing your opinion. Oh, like I said, all the debate, it's amazing. Thank you for bringing this opinion and sharing it to us. It's amazing. Thank you. What do you think about that, Gustavo Barska? Go on, please.
I kind of disagree. Not at all. Okay, I'm not saying okay we are going to have a dictatorship, in the next years, but we can think about this. Venezuela, there is an example. People over there, they never expected that to happen to them. I had a teacher, a Spanish teacher. She lived there. Um, she is from there, of course. And at the beginning, when that started happening, they were like voting in the election, just like us. We were going to the place, we vote for our president, and okay. But suddenly, the guy started changing the laws. They started, as exactly as Rodrigo said, bit by bit, start changing, and they start, and when you realize the things are already happening. Of course, in the past, it was like more easy to the guys to do that because people didn't have any idea, on how such things work, but it's not impossible. I mean, if we, like Arthur said, we have a stronger independent powers in Brazil nowadays, but it's not impossible because with the military power, if the guy started, has the no started no, but it has the military power to do that. It can do, the only thing that can stop is like civil war, but it's not good as well. Okay, so it's my opinion.
It's great. Thank you for sharing. You always bring a lot of good things to our reunions. So thank you for sharing with us, Gustavo. So I'm talking.
I'm there.
Sorry.
Okay.
Oh, that's great. Please go on, Inês. Oh, thank you, Gustavo.
What's the question, Rodrigo?
Oh, yes, was the question too. It's necessary can happen what happened in the movie in these days now can happen in a school, in our lives, some
Like
situation like that.
ditadura?
Yes, for example, a teacher do that in a school, change students like he did, something like that can exist in the real world in these days now? That's the question.
I'm not sure if it exists in these days, maybe in other countries, I don't know. But I think here in Brazil, maybe in the future, it can happen because now the environment, the politicians, I think it's going to this, to happen. But we need to, how can I say, fight against it. And in the when we are going to vote, it's our key to fight, against it.
That's great. Thank you for sharing this. I believe the last one is Gustavo. Please, Gustavo, share your opinion. It's amazing. Thank you. Please go on.
Yeah, yeah. To choose something like this happen in Brazil, it's the first thing to have it courage and change the law, and little by little. But it's a little crazy because there are groups in Brazil, but small groups. But to to happen in our country, it's necessary to change the law, to change many things. It's almost impossible nowadays, but nobody knows. Yeah, and nobody was expecting German in Venezuela, stuff like that.
That's great. Thank you. You all bring great opinions. Thank you, Gustavo. The number three, it's a kind of what we answer right now the most. So I'm going to the number four. At what point you think is the limit between right and wrong, and when it's exceeded? So, in what situation it's turned to wrong, or in what situation you see it's right? I believe the right point, for example, in education, it's make the students have their own opinion, political, about life, about what they want to study. So when I bring over them an opinion, I can give you suggestions, but we cannot uh, use it, import. Let's say for that example, we cannot put our opinion in the people's lives. So I believe that is the point who become wrong. I believe the right to do is give suggestions. Oh, you can read that book, you can see a newspaper, you can watch a movie, political, to debate, something like that. I believe the wrong thing is when we pass this point to imposition something. I believe that is the wrong point. We can give options to people make their own choices and they find what they want. I believe that's it's what I think. But like I said, not monologue, guys. Please go on. Jonatas, please go on. Don't be shy, please.
I don't know if I understand the question, but I think nowadays uh, we have careful with what we say. For example, um, if my opinion is very can be very cool, very good for me, but sometimes it's necessary uh, be careful with each other people. Uh, for example, sometimes the people are have racism and uh, s- uh, think racism is freedom of speech. If it is a big mistake, it's important have respect each other. Racism is just one example, and racism there isn't freedom of speech.
Sorry, I was muted. Thank you for bringing your opinion. You help us a lot. Thank you for sharing. What do you think about that, Thais? Please go on. What is your opinion? Go on.
Yes, I agree with Jonathan's. I think that the wrong part is when we have, for example, a government that doesn't consider our opinion, for example, autocracy, for example, yes. But we need to see the other part, like if we have a democracy, it's not Casa da Mãe Joana. Yes, freedom is not disrespect other people, and we need to be in this uh, linha tênue. Yes,
Yeah,
not
that's
tênue, just to complete, is not tênue, of course, but we need to equilibrate, yes, these both parts, I think.
I totally agree with you. Makes a lot of sense, make a lot of difference. So thank you for sharing. Amazing. Gustavo, please don't be shy. Go on. What do you think about that?
Bhaskara or me?
Just Gustavo. Barska,
Okay.
Barska, go on, Gustavo.
Okay. I totally agree with you. And they wrong and the limit between the right and wrong is when you just show one part and you don't show the both parts of this something like the politics. You say this correct thing, this the bad thing to follow, and you don't show the other part. You just give the structures like to follow this. It did happen a lot at the school and in many places on TV, Instagram, social medias. Every time people just defend they think that they like. I don't like this, so I believe that it's the best thing in politicians, and I don't show the others part. I don't wanna list the other opinions and just input my own idea. I it's that's my opinion about the limit between the right and wrong.
That's amazing, Gustavo, because you bring something so important. One thing you said makes a huge sense. It's bring the both sides of the story, because sometimes people, oh, I believe in that side. I want to bring just this side. We have both sides in every story. So when we bring all the facts, the people can choose what they're going to believe. That's what you said is was amazing, because sometimes we receive only one part. Oh, I believe that part was the right, but I want to hear all the parts what happened.
Yeah.
So both sides, it's what make amazing discussion. So was amazing. Thank you for bringing to us. Thank you very much. What about you, Barska? Gustavo Barska, go on, please. Don't be shy.
Yes, I agree with all of you. I think the concept of true and false, the right and the wrong is really is true subjective, you know. So we have to, as you guys said, to measure the both sides. We have to understand, and that's why we chose the democracy, you know, because people vote for what's better for the common sense, you know, for the majority of people. Because you always, when you choose one like situation, one rule, you make some people, they disagree with that, you know, but they have to understand, they have to follow, because it's for the benefit of the majority, you know. So I think this is important.
Amazing. That's great. Thank you for bringing to us, Gustavo. What do you think about that, Inês? Please don't be shy.
Well, I'm not sure if I understand the question, but I think when we talk about politician, religion, things like this, we need to respect each other, you know, and we can discuss and talk, but when you see that you get the limit, you need to stop and respect the other opinions. And I think nowadays people are fighting with each other because of politics. And for example, in the last elections, in my family, we discuss about, you know, the candidates. I think, I don't know, I'm not sure. And some people have different opinions. So yes, I think we need to discuss and give our opinions, but we need to see when it's the limit. The limit. You know? Yes, I think it's this.
Great. Awesome. Thank you for sharing with us. So the last one, I believe, was Arthur, right? Go on, Arthur, please. Don't be shy. Please go on.
Well, I, as Gustavo Barska said, right and wrong is relative. For example, at Middle East, a wife that lies to her husband has his head cut, so it's the right thing there. But we are talking about freedom of speech, and I totally support the freedom of speech, everything, even racism, sexism, things of that. For example, in Brazil, we have the crime of defamation, and in United States, there isn't this kind of crime. It's freedom of speech. You can say everything about everybody. So I totally support the freedom of speech. I think everybody is adult and understand the true and the false. And I support totally the freedom of speech because it's very dangerous. You try control the freedom of speech. What is more dangerous? We have freedom of speech or the state controlling the freedom of speech, the politicians controlling the freedom of speech.
That's great. Thank you, Arthur. So, hello guys, everyone are back. Awesome. All of you back. Lara, Jonatas, Victor, everyone come back right now. So, guys, I want to hear for you. How was the experience in the other room here? So, I want to hear first Victor Torres. Please, how was your experience?
Hello, hello everyone. Uh, s- Sorry, I got to explain about our discussions. I don't usually use the TNT.
That's your first time here? Your first?
No, it's not my first time, but that is a long time ago that I don't frequent.
Good to have you here back. So you can say how
you.
was for you the experience? You like the conversation, the debate?
Okay. Yeah, I love the conversation with my group. We discuss about how is important first time have freedom because nowadays we need to take care about the influence that the internet have in our life in a good way or in a bad way, mainly when it comes to fake news.
That's great. Thank you for sharing. We have here a very great discussion about one single was the number 4. What point you think between right and wrong? I want to ask someone from this group who was in the small room, how was for your group that question between right or wrong? So, Lara Ventura, are you there?
Yes, I am. In our group, some people talk about respect. There is very important to have this respect and not invite the privacy of the others. And I also said about to know the information before you spread, because when you believe something that then you spread, but uh, you can discover that was not true and was a fake news. So I think it's kind of a way to spread a wrong information and things like this. You're muted, Rodrigo.
Sorry again. Sorry, guys. I totally agree. Thank you for sharing, Lara, for sharing with us. Amazing. We have here in the main room a lot of discussion. I want to bring just one thing Gustavo said. It was something really important about that question. He said, sometimes we do not receive the both sides of the story. So he brought to us, between right and wrong. Oh, but it's wrong when we do not receive the both sides. Oh, I believe in one side, but I want to hear the both sides of the story. No, or happen all, not this part. So that's what Gustavo bring to us. It was amazing, help us a lot with us discussion. So thanks, Gustavo. And the last one I'm gonna ask it's iPad. Mariana. Oh, that's great. Thank you for coming, Mariana. I'm going to ask you the last one. It's what you think about this topic about debate. You like it? How was for you the experience?
It was great. Hi, everyone. Hi, Rodrigo. Thanks for the opportunity. I forgot the question. I'm sorry. Can you repeat, please?
It's about the debate. You like it, the debate, the topic?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, was great. In my group, we discussed a lot about privacy and respect and limits of what is posted on social media and how can we prevent from hurting other people from what we say, It was really great.
That's great. Thank you for sharing, Mariana. You always bring amazing things
You're
to.
welcome.
Thank you. Oh, sorry, I was muted. Before I finish, I want to just say thank you to my room here. Every single one of you here in this room, you make a great debate. Everyone hear each other, give their points. So it was amazing. You all work together to give your opinion, help each other. You make an amazing job, amazing debate. Sometimes people want to say em cima um do outro. So it was making amazing here on the main room. And to everyone who participates, I want to say very, very much thank you.
And the
So
best of any fight.
yeah,
Thank you, Rodrigo. It was awesome.
thank you guys. We
Yes,
have our
thanks,
people.
Rodrigo.
Oh, thank you, Inês. You all were amazing. So I'm going to finish. Before I want to ask you if you can send your feedback, if you like it, of this subject. We are bring your suggestions. I'm bringing to next Unity the spoiler, like I give all the time. So I'm going to send you here on the chat the name of the next Unity next Wednesday. That's what's going to be our subject of next quarta-feira. So you can think about it, and we see at the next Unity in Wednesday at 10. Thank you for staying with me until 11. Thank you very much. See you guys in the next Unity. Have a nice week, guys.